So what is good, y'all? It is Anime K here, and we are back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about chapter 3 of Boruto. And wow, can I just say there's a lot to get into this chapter. This is probably the best chapter. All I can say is the chapters keep getting better and better. Chapter 1 was hype because it was the first chapter, right? Chapter 2 was a little slow. It was quite good, right? But this chapter, even though it was just mostly Code and Boruto fighting, we learned two key things in this chapter. Or the second thing is like a possibility, it'd be like a theory, but not really a theory because it's kind of confirmed. But we're gonna get into everything. So first of all, let's talk about Code. He's still getting his ass kicked, right? So is he still a character that we think is valid? Or is Boruto and Kawaki just too strong? Because it has to be one of the two, right? Is Boruto too strong, or is Code just a failure? Now, he's meant to be Jigen level, right? So Jigen level was very powerful. You know, he took on both Naruto and Sasuke. So is the story trying to tell us that Boruto is now, post time skip, is above both Naruto and Sasuke and Jigen? Because it has to be the case. Is he Byron level mode? I don't know, but all I know is it's getting really hard to respect Code as a character because he literally did nothing. Boruto dodged all of his attacks and then hit him with a Rasengan, which we're going to get into as well. But I don't know, can we really respect Code as a character? You guys let me know in the comments. But let's get into the most important part here, and that is Boruto's new move. So Boruto, he pulls out a Rasengan, right? And it looks like his vanishing Rasengan. Remember that vanishing Rasengan he used to throw? Which, thinking about it now, that might have been like a little prequel, you know, guys, you know what I'm trying to say, prequel. I'm pronouncing that wrong, but you guys will know what I'm trying to say, right? I feel like that's what the vanishing Rasengan was, like, even from back then when we first see it against, I think the first time we see the vanishing Rasengan is against when Naruto and Sasuke are going against Momoshiki, right? I think that's the first time, or it might be when Boruto was training with Sasuke, but nonetheless, right, that's the first time I think we see a little variation of this move. Now, it looks like he's about to do the vanishing Rasengan, but then he hits Code with it firstly, right, and then nothing happens, so Code laughs. Even Ada's like, he's just using a plain old Rasengan, how's that gonna work? But Damien, he tells us, right, and Boruto tells us that this is a planetary Rasengan. Now, the name of the Rasengan, I forget the name, I'll put it up here, but all we know is it's a different Rasengan, and I'm going to tell you the information about this Rasengan. Now, I could explain it to you, but it's better if I just go on the Naruto site and read out what the actual explanation of this Rasengan is, so follow with me, guys. The user prepares this technique by gathering Senjutsu chakra, and remember that because the Senjutsu chakra will be an important part later on, around their entire body instead of chakra in the palm of their hand. Once the user comes in physical contact of the enemy, they can forcibly infuse the rotating chakra into their opponent, essentially striking them with the rotation of the entire planet itself. Boruto describes this as using the planet's rotation and chakra to strike back. Now, this Rasengan, it's a lot like Amaterasu, and what do I mean? Because Amaterasu is basically a technique that Itachi and both Sasuke used, where it would come from the eye and it was basically black flames that you would shoot at someone and they would burn until the person died or until the user deactivated it, right? When, well, Itachi and Sasuke barely hit this move on anyone really, but when we did see it hit someone, we've seen that it can only be deactivated or would stop burning when the person died. And this planetary Rasengan is similar to that because we see that Boruto says to Code, look, give me the information on where the 10 tails is and I'll deactivate the Rasengan. Now, what if he deactivated the Rasengan? I don't know, but Boruto basically is saying that, look, there's no way you can stop this Rasengan without me deactivating it, or it's just going to keep wearing you down until you die. Now, this Rasengan is insane because, one, we've never seen a Rasengan quite like this, right? Even Minato and Naruto, and it's showing that Boruto is now not only stronger than them two characters, but also he's created a variant of a Rasengan that we've never seen before. The fact that Code can't do anything about it, and don't get me wrong, Code's still a strong character. Will we later on find out that someone like Kawaki could be able to stop it? Maybe, I don't know. But right now, the fact that he dodged all of Code's moves, hitting with that Rasengan, was just cold in itself. And I saw a comment on it as well saying that Boruto was probably holding back because he didn't want to instantly kill Code. So I'm just fascinated to see what is the full power of this Rasengan, and can he make a massive Rasengan like his dad used to be able to? I'm just so curious. But this Rasengan is really powerful actually, and when I was reading the manga, I can't lie, I was getting gassed because the move looked really cool. But Boruto goes up his Code and he goes, look, I'll deactivate it if you tell me where the 10 tails is. And then Kawaki and the rest of the Leaf Village show up, so it kind of stops Boruto's plans. And really, if Kawaki was smart, not so fixated on trying to kill Boruto, he would have let Boruto do what he was doing, because really, it should be Kawaki's goal to find the 10 tails as well, because if Code manages to get one of them and feed them to the 10 tails, then the world is essentially over, right? Because then Code becomes probably powerful than both of them, right? If he feeds one of them to the 10 tails and eats the chakra fruit, which we don't want that happening because the whole world will get destroyed. There'll be nothing for Kawaki to protect him, and nothing for Naruto and Hinata to come back to, right? Now, because Kawaki interrupts Boruto, Code ends up getting away using one of his claw grimes, right? But then Kawaki, you know, he focuses his attention to Boruto, which I'm guessing the next chapter we're going to get Kawaki versus Boruto. Now, one of the most interesting points here is, as Code escapes, there's a panel where we see a little toad in Boruto's clothes, which when I seen this, I was gassed, because this basically opens up a well of theories that people will theorize, right? Because let's get into it. So when Boruto leaves the village, right, and comes back post time skip, and we see him in the first chapter, a lot of people were wondering, well, what new moves will Boruto have? Will he, I don't know, will he be better with his sword? Because we see he has a sword in the first time we see him, we see he has a sword. You know, what new moves will he have? What if he perfected the Jogan in this time? You know, what if Sasuke taught him? You know, there was so many theories, right, of how strong Boruto would be and what he would have learned. But one theory was, will he go train in Sage Mode like his grandfather did, like his father did, and like his father's teacher did as well? And it's been confirmed because Boruto has a toad in him. So what this confirms to us is that he at least had to have gone to Mount Moboku, or someone would have had to show him Mount Moboku, or someone would have had to have burned the toads to him. Now, I'm gonna go with a theory that he went to Mount Moboku. It's not really a theory anymore. It's kind of somewhat confirmed already, but I'm gonna go with that theory. Now, a lot of people were saying that Kashin Koji might have showed him this, which is a possibility as well, but I think this at least confirms that he must have trained in Sage Mode. And if that information that I got from Naruto's site is true, that he put Senjutsu Chakra into his Rasengan to make it spin like that, then it literally confirms that he must be a sage, right? Now, what this told me is Boruto must be, or at least will become, the strongest sage we've ever seen. Now, why do I make that statement? Because Minato, nor Naruto, nor Jiraiya actually, because Jiraiya knew the Rasengan as well, they never thought to add Senjutsu Chakra to their Rasengan. Now, I know there's an element of lightning in there as well, so it might have been because they're not lightning users as well, but the fact that Boruto was able to apply Senjutsu Chakra and Lightning Chakra to his Rasengan to make such a strong variant like that, the first impression I got from it is this guy might become the strongest Toad Sage Mode user we have ever seen. What's another reason why this made me gassed as well? Because I feel like Kishimoto might go down the storyline of Kashin Kojin being Boruto's teacher, because obviously the connection between Naruto and Jiraiya. Now, I don't know if this would be the best idea, only because then it's kind of like his, I don't know, it's kind of similar to his father, and I know Kishimoto, he wants Boruto to be as far apart from his father as possible in terms of his journey and how he gets strong. So I don't know if Kishimoto will go through this point, but the fact that we know now that Boruto is a Toad Sage, it kind of gives us information of why Code couldn't find Boruto, because maybe he was in Mount Moboku and the only way you can get there is by being summoned there. So that probably gives us reasons why Code was unable to find Boruto. And also, this may be a stretch, but what if, right? What if Sasuke is alive, but just in Mount Moboku? What if he got really hurt by Code and just went to Mount Moboku? Now, is this a stretch because I want Sasuke to be alive and I'm trying to kind of grasp at any straws that might indicate that Sasuke is alive? Maybe it does, but I'm gonna grasp at any little straws to kind of confirm to myself that Sasuke is alive. But it is very interesting that Boruto is a Toad Sage now. And the interesting part is, at the end of the chapter, Boruto actually finds where the Ten Tails is. Now, I don't know how Boruto is going to play this out, because obviously we know that Ada can track anywhere where Boruto goes. So if he goes to the Ten Tails, won't you just instantly know where the Ten Tails is, right? And Kwaki will probably be able to find Boruto there. So I don't know how Boruto's going to play this out, but it's very interesting, and I'm really excited to see how this Boruto versus Kwaki fight is going to go. Now, the more and more I see Kwaki, I realize I get why he's trying to kill Boruto, but Boruto looks like he has more control over Momoshiki, so wouldn't you more want to work together with him than just wanting to kill him? I don't know. It kind of seems like Boruto has more control over Momoshiki these days, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but wouldn't you more want to work with him to get rid of the rest of the Ototsukis instead of trying to kill him? But hey, who knows? But all I can say is this chapter was very exciting. We learned that Boruto is now a Sage Mode user, and that he has a new variant of a Rasengan. Now, all I'm excited to see, I'm gonna end the video by saying this. What I'm excited to see is, what more new moves has Boruto got, right? Because right now, he's definitely the most exciting character, right? And I want to know, is he actually a Sage Mode user, and who trained him? And is Kashin Kojin still alive? Because we know at the end of his fight, we don't actually see him die. And what will Boruto do once he eventually finds the Ten Tails? And one more thing, Kishimoto, please, you have to give Code a win. I know it's going to be hard because Kwaki and Boruto are the two main characters right now, and I know with main characters they have to win, but you got to give Code a win, because if not, I'm sorry, a lot of us, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have already lost respect for Code, but he just gets ragdolled by Boruto. He doesn't even stand a chance. I don't know. But look, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I know I've not gone into an in-depth look into the chapter because, to be honest, in terms of a chapter, there's not much. There was a lot to. There were two big points to talk about, which was a long video, but there wasn't really much to talk about. From the cover, I thought we'd get more information on Himawari, but you know, we didn't. But yeah, look, I'll see you guys next month in terms of like Boruto content. I might try to look at the chapter again and see if there's any more videos I can probably pump out from this. But look, this has been Anime K. Like, comment, subscribe to him if the audio sounds better, because I bought this kind of mic stand thing to bring the mic kind of closer to my face, just to see if it sounds better. So you guys let me know how the audio sounds. And this has been Anime K, and thank you for watching, listening, or however you choose to indulge in my content. And peace. I am out.